by Wrich Ranch, grass-fed, grass-finished beef beyond regenerative. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I got recommended, or it was highly recommended, to come visit your farm when I was visiting Lubbock. And this was just a few days ago. So I was like, turn the wheel, head over to Wrich Ranch over here in Western Colorado. So very close by, amazing outdoor enthusiast place. But I really wanted to share the fact that this isn't also just regenerative, grass-fed, grass-finished beef and just, ticking all the boxes for me, really quality animal husbandry, but also we're at altitude.
Totally. So we're literally at 7,000 feet.
What makes this beef different then? Like even grass-fed, grass-finished is not all the same, right?
Totally accurate. And that's because the quality of our forage is so intense because our growing season is short. We're so close to the sun. And so our growing season is short and close to the sun means it has to grow super fast and go through all of that maturing process very rapidly. So if you look at the nutrient density of our hay, which we actually test to see what the sugar contents and the protein content is, and then that directly reflects in how quickly and easily your cattle can finish.
Wow, okay.
Whereas a lot of places, they'll have to go to a spring planted annual clover or alfalfa or something like that to be able to actually finish, whereas we can finish on the pastures that just grow here in our irrigated hay fields.
Wow, that's super interesting. And just the more kind of you hop from ranch to ranch and you discover these places. This is why I find it's super just beneficial to just source from multiple different farms. I mean, quality farms, of course, regenerative, because the micronutrient density is so different and you're just getting kind of the best of all worlds.
And that's what's amazing is the University of Utah has been doing tissue analysis on beef from all different places, different parts of the world, different practices. And what they're coming up with as far as like macro and micronutrient differences, even from one farm to the next, one field to the next.
Wow. So really even close by.
And for us, we're conception to plate. So that, many farms and ranches buy feeder cattle and then they finish them on grass. Well, you don't know how they were treated from the day they were born until you get them. Where for us, we know every day in the life. We know all the bulls who sired them, how they will perform, and then every day in the life of those cattle as well.
Wow. So, if you like to nerd out on that stuff, kind of like me, that's really cool to know. So, and also not only does it taste different, so even just to, diversify your diet with trying different ranches from different micronutrient density too as well, but also just flavor wise, I'm sure like it's different. I mean, I've had beef from a bunch of different ranches and definitely yours is something special. I've yet to try their honey, but so in the beef it would taste different as well as in the honey too.
Totally, absolutely, because you have bees foraging on all the different same plants that the cattle are foraging on as well. So that's another, they impart all of that in the flavor of their honey as well.
Yeah, okay.
Totally.
Yeah, well, super cool. Can we buy online from you?
Nope.
Okay.
I want everyone to shake their rancher's hand.
Me too.
It's one of those things it's one of those things where if you put the sweat equity in to come and meet your rancher, then you can put a face to the product, right? When you're just buying online, it's just like an Amazon purchase. And this way you can see the families that you're supported and you see the landscapes that those cattle are being raised on.
I love that. He's playing hard to get.
That's right.
But also, this is kind of what I do too, is I go around to try to, hopefully find that solution so that, because some do deliver online, which is great, but I highly recommend this is an experience here.
That's exactly right. And we do deliver to the Front Range.
Sure.
So when we're butchering, August, September, October, November, December, once a month, I'm going over to the Front Range.
Okay, cool.
And so they can reach out to me on our website, richranches.com, and send an inquiry there. And then I can open up my barn to door point of sale. They can order there, and then we can meet up. At one of our meetups.
Okay. All right, we said we're going to the market. Here we go, this 24-hour market. And here we go, we got Jason. Jason, you want to show us around here?
Totally. So we make it really easy. It's self-serve. There's a square point of sale device right there. Of course, you have good old-fashioned cash box bolted on the wall. Cash is king. We'll take that.
Cash is king, that's right.
Or unless you want to transact in Bitcoin, you can do that too.
Oh, shoot. Didn't know that. Look at that.
Anyways,
yes.
I've been accepting Bitcoin for payment for beef since 2017. So I've got to play that game quite a bit.
Yes.
So here we have steaks and roasts and iron pastured pork, sausage, hams, pre-pressed patties. Looks like I need to restock the fresh beef brats. They're super popular during the summer because all of our units have barbecue grill, so you can just throw something on the barbecue grill. And of
we got
course,
here?
we have local third bowl, minimal ingredient ice cream. The stock is pretty short because we don't sell that much in winter.
Very cool.
And then in here, of course, you have, if you need something to drink, whatever, but most importantly, we have local organic free range eggs. Super popular. Looks like I need a restock. There's only a couple dozen left.
Yes.
And then of course we have a friend of ours and their Talos brand skincare, Tallow-based skincare products, and then just swag. I mean, if the kids or your pets, you know, because all of our units are pet friendly, and so that way, you know, a Wrich Ranches water bottle with our brand on it, you know, because some people have a brand, and Cattle Ranchers brand everything. Our trucks haven't branded my wife and kids yet, but maybe. And then, you know, we will have a lot of people that travel. So we provide a styrofoam cooler. If they forgot to bring their cooler, they can grab it with them. They can go out and start a fire. You know, Wrich Ranches swag, stuff that's embroidered with our brand and logo. And like, we even have a couple of our Beef Initiative conference t-shirts left over from the conference that we did here, well, going on 3 years ago.
I like that.
Locally roasted coffee, roasted in Paonia, Colorado.
I had some of that. That was in my Airbnb, right?
That's right. We
it was
provide
really
these
good.
in our Airbnb units. And then local tea. All of the ingredients are grown here, including the stevia is actually grown in Hotchkiss.
Very interesting. So this is all not just local. It's hyper local.
Hyper local, absolutely. And then of course the hunters that come that don't bag their trophy, they can buy a shed antler, because of course the deer and elk shed their antlers every year. So there you go.
I like that.
A big part of our organization is we have our own pollinators. So you can see this local raw honey, which comes from our bees, starting to crystallize here like it should.
Yes, it looks gorgeous
And,
here. Let's get a close look at that.
Yeah. Because your hay increases with your pollinators that you take care of. Local lavender, and then another local farm that raises garlic here, Beyond Organic Garlic. They're at J&M Farms, and then smoked garlic salt and paprika salt. So it's just your basic staples.
Yeah, so you can be pretty set here in the market store, and just, you know, you have your Airbnb here, and also the cookware in the Airbnb. Stainless steel, you guys, glassware. So very minimal plastic or anything, and you know I like that. So you can also cook your own steak and all those things. I was gonna ask another thing. We'll get back to that.
So we've been at it for months now.
Yeah, if you guys are outdoor enthusiasts, which I know most of you are, or if you want to be outdoor enthusiasts, this is how you can probably not only get a wedding event space, but also, hey, I kind of need catering too, right?
Totally, and this is a home base for people who are looking to do anything. We have the Black Canyon, which is 15 miles away. We have all the hiking trails in the West Elks. We have Moab, which is only 2 miles away. We have Grand Mesa, which is the biggest flat top mesa in the world.
Wow.
With hiking trails and fishing and mountain biking, cross-country skiing. I mean, we're literally the center of outdoorsman's paradise.
Yes, indeed, Colorado. And I'm right here in the winter, actually, because I like to ski, but I wanted to show you if the sun if it's going to cooperate. But over there, the cows were out this morning on the pasture. I think they're now behind us, but there's just more pastures. There are the Rockies over there. And like you said, just everything is so close within range. And then there's also this house that I go in and show you guys. And it's like this amazing log cabin. How many bedrooms?